On episode 236 of He Said, She Said Movie Reviews, we take a look at the movie Fall. Welcome to He Said, She Said Movie Reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie tastes take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
So when we're out in Portland, Oregon, and we saw the movie Fall, I give this movie 3.5 stars. How about you, April?
Wow. I'm probably going to go with 2.5.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll tell you all about it right after these two trailers.
All right. The first one we saw, the first trailer was Barbarian. It's about a woman staying in an Airbnb, discovering that the house she has rented is not what it seems. The release date, September 9th, 2022, starring Georgina, Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long. The second preview, interesting. This trailer was Clerks 3. Dante, Elias, and Jay and Silent Bob are enlisted by Randall after a heart attack to make a movie about the convenience store that started it all. Release date September 13th, 2022, starring Ben Affleck, Rosario, Dawson, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Kevin Smith, and Jason Mewes.
Yep. Jay and Silent Bob are back for another Clerks movie.
Wow. A lot of people looking forward to this.
Yeah. Okay, so Fall. You want to do the storyline?
You can.
All right, this is the movie about best friends Becky and Hunter find themselves on the top of a 2,000-foot radio tower.
The director was Scott Mann, known for Heist, The Tournament, and Final Score. Writers, again, he was one of the writers, again, Scott Mann. The other one was Jonathan Frank. He's known for Heist, The Tournament, and Final Score as well.
So these two have worked together apparently a lot.
Most definitely.
Okay, the cast. This was a very small cast. You had Grace Caroline Currey, Virginia Gardner, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and that was basically the cast, but you also had Manson Gooding, Jasper Cole, Darrell Dennis, and Julia Pace Mitchell.
The runtime was 107 minutes. It's rated PG-13 for bloody images, intense peril, and strong languages. And Tim, give a shout out about People for Heights. Cause
I will tell you, I love going to, and I think this movie is classified as a horror movie. I wouldn't say it was a horror movie, but it did address fears. So I am terrified of heights, and I can go watch a horror movie and laugh and have a great time. I was looking at everything but the screen half the time in this movie. So take my review with a grain of salt, because I was terrified by this movie.
Yes. I saw someone else that got physically sick. So
the theme and tone in this is it was all about overcoming devastation and fears, but it was also about a movie about survival and forgiveness.
Yeah. What about the plot? I mean, basically, best friends Becky and Hunter find themselves at the top of a 2,000-foot radio tower.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, just simply, I know you already said it, but that's it.
That's the movie.
That's the movie, guys.
I mean, you have I've seen some reviews. I personally really like this movie because it did scare the hell out of me.
It did.
It put me on the edge of my seat for most of the movie.
There's not much here.
But there's not much to the plot of this movie.
Right.
Okay, and I've seen some really bad reviews. I've seen online and stuff where people talk about, well, if I'd gone up there, I would have taken a parachute and this and that and this, right? But you got to understand, there's a group of climbers called free base climbers who climb without any safety. And they established that in the opening scene in the movie. So, of course, they went up there without any gear.
You're right. All right. Acting and characters. Acting was okay. Much more of an action movie.
Yeah. But I didn't get to finish what I was trying to say.
I'm sorry.
You shouldn't downgrade this movie just because they did something you wouldn't do.
Agreed.
That's all I was saying.
Here we go.
Okay. So the acting. I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't superbly acted or anything. I don't think any Academy Awards are going to be dished out. But
no, but it was wonderful. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan, so it's always good to see him.
For the all 5 minutes he was in the movie?
That was my bright spot. Okay.
I thought the direction was okay for, it was good for essentially what was a 2-person play.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, and that's a good way to put it. The score definitely added to the 2-person play for suspense and tension.
Yeah, I think it added suspense and tension. Cinematography, hey, this is where this movie really shined.
It did. I have to say that. The great views of the desert atop a 2,000-foot tower is gorgeous.
Exactly. Production design, I would love to see how they made this movie. I think the production design was fantastic. I mean, it was...
Yes, agreed.
Like I said, I'm sure this is all green screened on the ground, but boy, it certainly...
It did. And the special effects were stunning. Everyone was on the edge of their seat. The fear of heights thing, not only did I see people cry, and I mentioned the person that got physically sick, it's real. However they did this, that part really worked.
Yeah, like I said, my stomach was up into my throat the whole movie because I don't do well with heights at all.
No, and the team, this was a team of people. So shout out to that. Editing was fine. The pace, you know what? I am going to say one more positive comment. It moved along quickly for a movie about 2 people trapped on a platform 2,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. But the dialogue, Tim, there was just nothing here.
Yeah, the dialogue.
And then there's a betrayal in it that was unnecessary. Okay. All right. I'm done.
Spoiler.
All right. You take on the story arc.
To me, because of that little spoiler that April, there was a story here. There was a story more than 2 people climbing up to the top of a 2,000 foot tire.
Okay.
But
we're going to disagree here.
But yes, I gave it 3.5 stars and you gave it 2.5 stars. So yeah, we could definitely disagree on this one. But hey, listen, bottom line, if you have a little bit of fear of heights and you like to be scared at movies, this movie is going to have you sitting on the edge of the seat. It's going to have your stomach up in your throat.
The edge of the seat, Tim? I think that depends on who you are.
I just said if you were scared of the heights, okay?
Okay.
You need to listen to this podcast.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of heights, by the way. So maybe that's part of the issue with how I'm grading. I have no fear of heights.
And I'll remind you next time we're in a horror movie and you scream in the theater and everybody
I am the first one to scream. I agree with that. But I guess maybe for me, that's it. I don't have a fear of heights. And it seemed the plot, I don't know, guys. For me, it just logically, okay, I'm going to say it. Didn't make sense for me.
And I maybe I like this movie so much because I don't get scared at movies, and this is one of the few movies that made me scared.
That's true. And there you go.
Okay, so this was Fall. April gives this movie 2.5 stars, and hey, I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars.
That's why it's called He Said, She Said, baby.
Yes,
Differences. We may agree a lot, but boy, there are times we do disagree.
And apparently this is one of them.
This is one of them. Y'all, thank you so much for all your support and spreading the word about our podcast. It's just hard to believe we're heading to 250 soon. Thank you for all your support and everyone that we hear from you. We have a lot of plans for the future. We keep moving, but everyone always asks us, do you see movies? Do you see streaming? Do you see things that you don't review? Heck yeah. We just don't have the time to review them all.
So we'll give you 2 bonus movies, 2 movies that we're not going to cover in their own episodes, but we'll talk about them real quickly. We've seen Beast.
Yeah.
And we've seen Breaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Beast is the Idris Elba movie with the lion. Honestly, I love lion movies. Ghost in Darkness is one of my favorite movies. But the whiny teenager, I am so sick of that trope in movies. Yeah. Why do they have to have broody, whining teenagers?
For me,
I was rooting for the lion halfway through the movie.
Yeah, for me, Beast did nothing, and I absolutely love
Idris Elba.
Yeah, I love him. So that's one, and then the other
Breaking
one
was a movie that based off a true story.
Acting phenomenal
here in Georgia. The main character, man, that guy. I will see other stuff with him, but this was a very sad movie. It was a very slow movie, and it's just. watch it when it comes on streaming.
But it's very interesting to be at a movie that's filmed around an area that you know well.
Right.
That's here in and around Georgia. But anyway, I just the answer to that is yes. We've had all of a sudden a lot of questions about that. So anyway, we thank you so much for your support. We thank everyone back in the film festival modes, the invitations. We appreciate it. And we just thank you so much. Y'all stay healthy, stay safe.
And we'll see you at the movies.
We'll see you at the movies.